Hi guys, Jack Flips eBay here. I hope everybody is well. I certainly am. Wednesday comes around again and we're pushing out another video. In today's video, it's going to be slightly different. I'm not hitting any charity shops today, but I just want to show you guys how much money I've made in the last couple of days through Vinted. All this money which I have made from Vinted has been from Wednesday's video, the last video. So if you want to watch that before you watch this, just to show you everything which I've bought. And that night I got home, I listed everything, cleaned everything up, made sure everything worked, which it did, thank God, because when it comes to electrics, you're never actually quite sure if it will work or not. Listed it all, and I've pretty much sold all of it. And as you can probably imagine, from all the comps I put in the last video, there's lots of money to be made. So I want to kind of just go through with you exactly what I've sold and how much money I've made as a grand total since last Wednesday. I'd just like to say, thank you everybody who messaged me yesterday on the Jack Flips eBay account saying happy birthday to Chloe because she was 25 yesterday. And once again, I know she's not in the video today, but she's a big part of this channel. She comes on these videos, she brings a bit of life to the videos, which I don't sometimes. But people like her being in the videos, so thank you very much for everyone saying happy birthday to her because it will mean the world. Anyway, let's jump straight onto it. So, I did say I was going to update everyone on how the kind of money back compensation come back from my last Vinted video. Basically, I sold a item which I bubble wrapped up, put inside a box, put loads of cardboard in it, and I did put a message in the previous video. I know I keep referring back to it because this is like pretty much a part 2 of this, and pretty much every mishandled the item. They threw the item, I've seen how they do it, they threw the item in the box and the item has been received by the customer and it is all smashed up. I must say, I did actually put a lot of protection into this as well, and they must have thrown it quite a lot to be able to break it. I thought that Vinted was going to actually compensate me and the buyer. I did email Vinted straight through the app actually, not email, message them straight through the app because on Vinted support you can do that. Normally they're pretty good. But they didn't compensate me. They did not compensate me. And the reason for this is apparently because of insufficient packaging. Apparently, I didn't package them up correctly. I then questioned this, and then I actually sent a screenshot to the Vinted support of the buyer saying, oh, you should have had a compensation because it was very well packaged. And they still didn't do anything. So I've kind of just washed my hands of it a little bit. It's frustrated me a lot. It's £15. And another item which I did sell, same thing happened with that as well on the same day. And that was £19.99. So overall, that's about £35 worth of items which I'm not going to get back. The items were legit and they were broken. You know, sometimes I think, oh, could they have an item very much the same as this and just put it in the box and just claim it and scam it? With electronics, that does happen. But with, you know, broken items, it was the exact item. So I knew there was nothing fishy going on. So they generally were broken. However, I just could not, I'm so busy with everything. I cannot be bothered to argue and sit there with an automated messenger from on Vinted to try and get my money back. Ultimately, we all know how it goes. These couriers, they do damage items on transit. It's not just me, it's happened to countless people before, and people commenting in previous videos saying Every or Yodel or Royal Mail have misplaced. Royal Mail are pretty good actually, I must say. They are pretty good, but they charge a lot more for delivering, a bit more strict on packaging. But all these other couriers, they don't care. The person who picks up the transit from the shop, they're the worst because they pick them up, they throw them in the van, they don't care. And a lot of the time, even if it's got fragile tape all over it, they don't care. They just throw it. And it's a shame because they don't care about their job. As long as they pick it up, scan it in, that's one package for them. Onto the next shop, do the same thing again. It is a shame. However, I lose out on my money. There should be another process where I should be able to claim it back because on Vinted, you don't go straight through to Every. You go to Vinted. Vinted investigate it and then come back to you and compensate if they feel like it needs to be. But yeah, it's a shame. I've lost out on £35 now, and for me, I cannot be bothered to keep chasing it up, speaking to an automated messenger and keep arguing because it won't get you anywhere. Once they've made a decision, they've made a decision. But just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on that. And if there's anything like that which has happened before to you guys, please let me know because I'll be really interested to kind of see your side of the story on your perspective. So I'm going to show you exactly now what I have sold, and I'm going to show you exactly the amount of profit I've made. It is pretty good. Bearing in mind, I do this on the side of a full-time job. If you guys are wondering what kind of industry I am in full-time, I'm in car sales. So I love selling. If it's cars, if it's items on eBay, anything, I just love selling. So it's kind of within me to keep selling pretty much. But I must say, I've made £225 profit from the last video. And that is straight up from the stuff which I've bought. I must say, I bought all the stuff for £65 from a charity shop, and I've managed to sell it all for a grand total of 290. Not all the items I got from that shop, but it's pretty much all of them. I love the shop I go to because they look after me. It's in Western Fable. They look after me. They want to just get rid of a lot of stuff, so they bundle stuff up for me. And look, I go in there regularly and spend quite a bit of money, more than anyone. So I'm kind of extremely happy that they look after me in there, because a lot of other charity shops don't. But I'm sure you guys, if you guys are actually resellers yourself and going to them, just get chatting to your local charity shops, get chatting to them, and I'm sure they'll get to know you, and I'm sure they'll go do some good deals, some good bundles if you're buying a job lot. The only thing is, which I'm stressing out about, is how I'm going to package all of this stuff up, because that is the most difficult part of this whole process. Let me show you exactly what I've sold, but let me show you some of the boxes which I do have. Okay, so I managed to get some of these cardboard boxes from somewhere. So these, I need to just tape them all up and do that. So they are some pretty good boxes there. My brother has just moved in to a house next door to me, and he's just had a new bed. So I've got loads of protection here, like loads of it. And also in here, I've got a bubble wrap. So a huge bubble wrap in there because I need some new ones. And apart from that, this is everything which I've sold. All of this. Now let me show you exactly how much I've sold it for. Just want to say it again. I bought all of this stuff for £65 and I've sold it for 290. So I'm profiting £225 from all of this. So let me show you how much I've sold them all for individually. So let's get straight into it, shall we? These shin guards, I've had these for years. They've even got my name in them still from when I was at school, I believe. Let me just check if they have. Yeah, JM, Jack Morris. Had these from when I was literally a kid in like year 5 or something like that. And I've sold them for £3. This here was part of the bundle, brand new, and it doesn't have the box. However, I've sold it for £21. This in here, I know it looks like a dog poo bag, low-key, but it is actually a Nintendo DS with a charger. I've sold this for £22. This here is a Panasonic bread maker. And it looks pretty new to me. It's definitely been used. I didn't put it as new, but I did put very good condition because it is in very good condition. Look at it. These from brand new are very, very expensive. However, I've sold that for £49. That'll be a pain in the backside to ship though, because it is quite heavy. This here, I've sold a brand new Wii. The console in itself is actually new, bearing in mind, but all the controllers are used. I don't really know how that works, but the box is in okay condition, a little bit worn, but it's just what it is. Wii's come out years ago, and I sold this for £40. This here is a Brother sewing machine. As soon as I saw this, I thought, oh, this might be worth quite a bit. I didn't really do any comps on it. I just kind of just picked it up straight away and thought, oh, it might be all right. Sold it for £70. I did have it up for, what, 90, but someone offered me 70, and I thought, why would I not accept that? This one is a brand new portable DVD player. I actually sold that for £20. This is a Sony VHS machine, and I've sold quite a few of these recently. And I've sold this for a grand total of £25. So extremely happy with that one. It even comes with a remote. I did just check before I bought it to make sure. Let me show you this. Always make sure, if you're buying older items, that there's no acid degradation in there. Because if there is, that could ruin it. And it won't be worth as much. So that's all good. I've bought a biscuit tin. Really good. Very good brand as well. Anything made in England like that always sells for quite a bit of money. Last time I shipped one of these, it got smashed. The last two things got smashed. So, going to make sure I bubble wrap it and take photos before I ship it, just so I have some claws for it if it does break again. So about for £19.99. I've sold these New Balance shoes, which I've had kicking around for probably about a year now, and I've sold these for £7.20. But I remember I bought these for £2 from a Bernardo shop. They're size 4, but they look tiny. They are in quite good condition though. And the last item, which I have sold, was another one. It's a Logitech steering wheel. It's a vibration one, and it comes with pedals as well. And I've sold that one for a grand total of £23.99. So I need to package all of these items up now. I've got my boxes here, and also I've got all my storage area there from my brother. The Every stores and the Royal Mail stores are probably going to hate me because there's going to be so many boxes here. That's a big box in itself. That's going to be a big box. That's going to be a big box. And so is that one. That's going to be a big box. All the rest would be in little bags with all bubble wrap on. Got to make sure DS, a lot of bubble wrap. Morphy Richards, a lot of bubble wrap because I don't want it to dent. That can easily dent. That can easily dent. Things can get damaged. So need to make sure all of these are packaged up correctly so I get no complaints. So I'm actually bubble wrapping all of these up right now. As you can see, I've really secured that one up. And on here, this is all my bubble wrap. I'm having to do it all here, use the scissors there, and also just secure it all up. But I'm going to take a photo of that so Vinted can't turn around and say, oh, the item's broken. But I don't really see how it's going to break if that's inside a cardboard box now. And that's exactly how my other ones were. But here's what it is. Let's get some photo proof of it. So I was just about to leave, and I did actually sell something else today. I did sell the bread bin. I'll show you it in just a moment. But I did package up all my items today, and I did realise that I was actually going on to Vinted, selected the shipping method, selected the courier, usually use Every. I'm trying to avoid Every now. However, pretty much everybody who purchased something off me on Vinted have selected Every. So guessing I'm having to post it with that. But I also must say, where I work is down as my Vinted kind of home. So someone did select a Yodel store, well, home to home. So I have to take all my parcels into work tomorrow and actually take them. And there's 3 big parcels which people probably don't want to take to Every drop-off points, which is understandable. And to be fair, packets like this, big boxes like this as well, is something which I wouldn't really want to be taking there as well. So we're going to be collected from my work tomorrow. And finally, just to kind of show you what I did sell. So I sold this bread bin, and this sale come through not so long ago. It's a bread bin, and I bought this for £3.50, and I actually sold this for £17.99. So extremely happy with that. I'm going to package it up and make sure I do take it. And also, you've probably seen this in the background. Someone did return this because it wasn't as described and as expected. But it's still working, so it's going to go back up for sale now. And happy days. But guys, I know this video isn't probably something which you're expecting. It is coming out tomorrow, so hope you do enjoy that. But please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And Chloe and I this week are going to Manchester. We're going to Manchester to have a little explore and celebrate Chloe's birthday. So hopefully you'll enjoy some of the vlogs which we'll be putting out. Guys, until next time, let's go.